What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here with your $1,400 third stimulus check update and fourth stimulus check update, as it's a beautiful 70 degrees and sunny here from Northeast Ohio. Too bad the parade was canceled because, wow, it's like the nicest and warmest St. Patrick's Day I can remember in a long time. I remember going to some parades in past years where it was snowing on St. Patrick's Day. So it's beautiful where I am. Let me know how it is where you are. Did you have parades where you were or where you are? Were they canceled? They were canceled here in Cleveland or Northeast Ohio. But man, it is an absolute beautiful day. It's a great day for St. Patrick's Day, as well as the money is flowing with the $1,400 stimulus checks. Let me know down below in the comments if you got your $1,400 stimulus check yet, or if you didn't get it today. If you did get it, let us know what bank you're with via direct deposit. Don't put your bank account or information or password or anything like that. Just say, hey, yes, I got my stimulus check and I'm with Bank of America or Chase or whatever bank you're with. This will let our viewers, our extended family, you guys are all considered family here on this channel, we'll let them know what's going on with the payments and each different bank and different situation. We're going to go over more details of the stimulus checks in this video, as well as upcoming stimulus and several other stories and related news, including an IRS tax deadline that has been extended. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new updates. Don't forget to hit the like button, and let's jump right in. The IRS has announced an official extension of the tax filing deadline from normally April 15th to now May 17th, extending it for 1 month as the cry from Congress and lawmakers and from the American people to extend this because of the pandemic did actually take a place, and they have extended it now for about 1 month. The IRS announced on Wednesday that it is extending the deadline for individuals to file their 2020 tax return from April 15th to May 17th after lawmakers and tax preparers sought a postponement of the due date. Quote, this continues to be a tough time for many people, and the IRS wants to continue to do everything possible to help taxpayers navigate the unusual circumstances related to the pandemic, while also working on important tax administration responsibilities, said IRS Commissioner Charles Rettig in a brand new press release. Rettig added that the taxpayers should still consider filing as soon as possible if they are expected to receive a tax refund. Quote, filing electronically with direct deposit is the quickest way to get refunds, and it can help taxpayers more quickly receive any remaining stimulus payments they may be entitled to. However, the IRS did say they are not extending the deadline for estimated tax payments for 2021. Those are still due on April 15th. This is for business people, small businesses, or if you're self-employed, you may have to pay quarterly taxes. Those are still due on April 15th. The agency also said that its extension only applies to federal taxes and not state taxes. The IRS previously extended the tax filing and payment deadlines to June 15th for residents of Texas, Oklahoma, and Louisiana because of winter storms. That deadline is still in effect. Former President Donald Trump, in an interview last night, urged his supporters and Republicans to go ahead and get the coronavirus vaccine. This is the first time he's actually publicly stated this. He did actually state that he did go ahead and get the vaccine even after he caught the virus, even though he did this in secrecy, in privacy, and didn't announce it, didn't do it on TV, didn't tell anybody about it. The information came out a few weeks ago. Trump did admit he did get the vaccine, even though he didn't tell anybody, which is kind of weird considering he's the one. And if you listen to his interview from last night, he takes all the credit for getting this done and getting this done within 9 months through Operation Warp Speed, which did happen under the Trump administration. So it's a little weird. There's a little disconnect there why he would get the vaccine in secrecy, not tell anybody about it. And now he's finally coming out now and urging his supporters to go ahead and get the vaccine. And he says it is safe. He's already gotten it. And little bit of a disconnect there. It's a little strange. You would think he'd be promoting it a lot more, considering that he's the one that got the vaccine done underneath his administration. He said in his interview last night that it would have taken 5 years or more, which is kind of true because the next fastest vaccine ever developed in the United States did take 5 years to do. Let me know if you think President Donald Trump should get the credit or not for the vaccines that are currently out there right now. Former President Donald Trump on Tuesday urged his supporters to get vaccinated against the coronavirus as concern grows over polls showing that Republicans' vaccine hesitancy. Making a rare media appearance on Fox News, former President Donald Trump said he, quote, recommended the shots that are currently being distributed, but added a caveat about respecting individuals' freedoms. He says, quote, I would recommend it. I would recommend it to a lot of people who don't want to get it and a lot of people who voted for me. Frankly, we have our freedoms and we have to live by that. And I agree with that also. He added, quote, it's a great vaccine and it's a safe vaccine. As noted, the comment marks the first time that former President Donald Trump has openly advocated for his followers to get the coronavirus shot. Vaccines from Pfizer, Moderna, and Johnson & Johnson have been authorized in the U.S., and more than 110 million doses have been administered so far. On stimulus, Senator Bernie Sanders talks about the stimulus checks going out and upcoming stimulus here in the future.
Let's not kid ourselves. The progressive movement for the last number of years and grassroots organizing has had a very significant impact on changing consciousness in America. What happened is the Democrats, we passed a very strong bill. And you know what? As you've indicated, 75% of the American people like it. And you know what? When we raise the minimum wage to $15 and we guarantee paid vacation time and we do paid family and medical leave, and when we create millions of good paying jobs, rebuilding our infrastructure and tackling climate change and taking on the fossil fuel industry, the American people will like that too. So the issue we're dealing with is, will the Democratic Party, and we're off to a really good start, have the courage to address the crises facing the American people, even if it means taking on the big money interests who have so much historically had so much historical influence over the legislative and economic life of this country.
Anytime you hear any Democratic or even Republican lawmakers talking about infrastructure, they're talking about the next stimulus package, the fourth stimulus check package, as it will be a infrastructure mostly package based on infrastructure, roads, jobs, and bridges, and is expected to create millions of jobs going forward. Will have a price tag of at least $2 trillion, and we are expecting multiple different stimulus provisions to be included in that next package. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says they are already working on this next stimulus package. They've already been working on it actually for quite a while, and then we could see details of the next stimulus package within a matter of days. We have dozens of Democratic lawmakers from the House and the Senate combined seeking for not only one more stimulus check in the next package, but actually monthly reoccurring stimulus checks until the pandemic is over, as high as $2,000 per month. That would be best case scenario. Probably worst case scenario, they have to negotiate down to at least another one more stimulus check in the next package. Even if the pandemic, the actual virus part of the downturn or the depression or the recession that we're in right now, is only one half of everything going on right now. At best case scenario, they're expecting to have this under control, kind of under control, by the end of the year or by fall at best. That's only one half of the problem. The other half of the problem is the economic downturn. The millions and millions of jobs that are lost. There's still an estimated 10 million people that have lost their jobs currently and or have stopped looking for jobs. And another round of stimulus checks, student loan forgiveness, $200 per month increase for Social Security, whatever they will include in the next package or the next standalone bills or presidential executive orders will help us get through the economic hardship of the pandemic. Remember, back in 2008 and 2009, which was really our last recession or depression, that was all just economic. And we had the housing crisis crash, we had the stock market crash, and it was all economic. This time we're dealing with an economic depression and an actual virus, a once in a 100-year pandemic. So we have two folds of it this time. So it's not just the virus, it's the economic portion of it. And that's why if you actually look at the third stimulus check package, a lot of the money was focused on the economic downturn, the stimulus checks, the unemployment checks, the mortgage assistance, rental assistance, property tax assistance, utility assistance, the increase on SNAP, WIC, and EBT programs. All these different programs focus on the economic part. When you hear people say that only 9% of the money went towards combating the virus, that's just money that went to the vaccines and the distribution and the research and the actual handling of the vaccines for the virus. 9% of that. That's not counting the money that went to you guys in the form of stimulus checks, stimulus payments, and all the other stimulus programs in that. That was actually a much larger portion of the package, much more than 9%. So whenever you hear that 9%, that 9% went towards the virus, that's true. 9% went towards combating the virus. A lot of the other money, the checks, the unemployment, all those different stimulus programs, the $3,000 to $3,600 child income tax credit, the adult income tax credits that are in there, all of that is not counted in that figure. Okay, so if they didn't do that, if they only did the 9%, you wouldn't get any money at all. So a lot of the money this time around, I don't know the exact percentage. Somebody would have to add it up, or I would have to add it up. But it's billions, and probably even maybe close to $1 trillion when you add up all the different packages. Went towards to the people for the economic crisis. So just keep that in mind. The Treasury Department and the IRS say that they have dispersed over 90 million stimulus payments for the third stimulus check this time around under President Biden's new stimulus package. 90 million people or 90 million checks have been sent out via direct deposit. The paper checks have not been sent out yet. And there's still many banks, including most people on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, that have not gotten their third stimulus check payments yet. Again, comment down below if you have gotten it or haven't gotten it. You'll be able to read through the comments, but from what I'm seeing, most people on Social Security benefits have not gotten their direct deposit yet or the deposit on their Direct Express card yet for the $1,400 stimulus checks, the $1,400 stimulus checks for children, and the $1,400 for adult dependents. This is making a lot of people question if they're going to get a stimulus check at all. And really, there's really just two things you have to consider if you're going to get a stimulus check. Very simple. Okay. Number one, did you make under the income requirements, which is $75,000 for an individual. Between 75 and 80,000, you get a reduced check. Over 80,000, you don't get a check. If you made less than $75,000, you have a Social Security number, you get a check. Okay. You could have no income at all and you get a check. Children get a check. Their income is based on the parent, the dependent who claims them. So if you make 50,000 a year and you have 6 children, you're going to get a check, and you're going to get 6 checks of $1,400 each for $1,400. So that'd be what, 7 times 1,400? That's about $10,000. I think it's 9,800 if I'm doing my mental math right. You can correct me if I'm wrong on that, but yeah, if you're getting a check, if you get a check, if you make less than 75,000 to 80,000, and you have a Social Security number, that's it. If you got those qualifications, you get a check. If you're a single filer, head of household, you can actually make filing as a head of household on your taxes. You can make up to 112,500, and couples or a married couple is double the 75,000 because you're 2 people. So 150 and under 150,000, you get a stimulus check, both of you. And between 150 and 160, you get a reduced stimulus check. Over 160, you won't. So I hope that makes sense. A lot of people are questioning if they're not going to get it right now because they haven't gotten it here. The IRS is really, today is actually the official payment day for the first round of direct deposits. So don't panic yet. I'll keep you in the loop. I'll keep you up to date with all this that's going on. I'm looking into more banks. A lot of banks are just bogged down right now. Several banks, including Wells Fargo, actually crashed this morning because of millions and millions of customers checking their bank accounts and checking the banking app to see if their $1,400 had cleared, if it was still pending, or if it was deposited today. Rightfully so, because today was a big day. Tens of millions of Americans got their $1,400 stimulus check today if you're in the first round of direct deposits. So Wells Fargo says that they don't think that this will delay any payments for Wells Fargo because of their banking system crash. But remember, this is just for the first round. They typically send out direct deposits in different rounds of payments. And we're expected to keep seeing more stimulus checks every single day here throughout the week, as well as paper checks that are expected to start going out and being printed within the next few days. You can check the IRS Get My Payment tool. You just go to Google and type in Get My Payment, and you go to the IRS website, fill it out, and it may or may not have helpful information for you. A lot of people are still seeing status unavailable, payment unavailable, and that probably means most likely you're on a paper check and they haven't printed any paper checks yet, so they don't have an update. If you're on direct deposit, you most likely will have an update there on the IRS Get My Payment tool, but a lot of people are seeing mixed results on that. So again, I'll keep you up to date on any more delays that we might see happening in the near future, as well as when Social Security SSI, SSDI is expected to get their direct deposits or money sent to your Direct Express card, and when paper checks are going out, as well as all the other upcoming stimulus, the $200 per month Social Security increase, $10,000 or more of student loan forgiveness, $15,000 home buyer credit, mortgage assistance, rental assistance, property tax assistance, and utility assistance, that new waves or new rounds of money are going to be coming out. That was passed in the third stimulus check package and will be becoming available soon, as well as more stimulus checks coming out in the next stimulus package. So I'll keep you up to date on all of these things in future episodes. Make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new videos. New videos come out every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., 8 p.m., and 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't miss any episodes. Share this video with your friends and family so that they know what's going on with all these different stimulus provisions that we cover here on this channel. You can click this top video here to watch my newest stimulus check video next. And this video teaches you how to start your own business selling products on a program called Amazon FBA, which Amazon ships and sends out all the products for you. And I teach people how to do that. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.